Good morning, dears. As you can see, we are going to start a new chapter today where we are going to talk about the characteristics of matter. Let us first remember what we have learned about matter. Well, we learned before that matter is the substance constituting an object, and objects can be made of one single type of matter or several types of matter. But how can we know the matters around us? They must have characteristics to be identified, and that's what we are going to discover today, first by watching this video. So please remember that you are going to be asked about what you are going to see in the video. So let's watch it together first.
Our topic for today is states of matter. Matter is made of particles. It exists in three states, namely solid, liquid, and gas. The different states of matter are due to the different arrangement of particles of matter. In solid state, the particles of matter are very close to each other. So, the particles hold each other very tightly. That is, there is a strong force of attraction between them. As a result, solids have a definite shape and volume. In liquid state, the particles are packed closely together, but they are much farther apart than the particles in solids, and so the force of attraction is weaker than it is in solids. Therefore, liquids have a definite volume, but they do not have a definite shape. They take up the shape of the container in which they are kept. In gases, the particles of matter are very far away from each other, and so the force of attraction between them is very weak. Thus, gases have neither a definite shape nor volume. They can fill the entire space or volume of a container, irrespective of the container size.
So, dears, you have watched the video. Now what you are going to do? You have to put a tick in the table to discover about the characteristics of matter. As we have seen, we have three states which are solid, liquid, and gas. So in which one of them the particles were close to each other? Excellent. In the solid state. Is there any other characteristic for the solid state? Well, yes, they do have a definite shape. And who can flow? Liquids and gases. That's excellent. Which one of these has a definite volume? The solids and the liquids. You are perfect, my dear. Now, can you put for this table a title? Yes, it shows characteristics of the three states of matter. Very good. Now, let us sum up what we have studied about the characteristics of matter. So, the matter is made up of particles, and it has shape and volume. Here is one particle, one particle. All the particles together make up the matter. And as we have seen before, when they are compacted together, it's in the solid state. When they are a little bit away from each other, it would be the liquid state, and the particles are so far from each other in the gaseous state. Now, what about the characteristics of these states? You see here, the solids cannot flow as water can flow and gases can flow. The solids have definite shapes, as you can see here. But liquids, as well as gases, take the shape of the container they are put in. With respect to the volume, the solid and the liquid has a definite volume, but the volume of the gas changes. You are going to study this summing up. It will be attached as a sheet. Now we have studied the characteristics of the states. We are going to talk about another characteristic of matter, which is the volume. Please go to the book page 86 and workbook page 141 to start solving this exercise to know more about the volume. So let's see, what do we have in the figure? Excellent, we have a school bag, a waste basket, box of chalks, and a bottle of water. And in the workbook, they are asking us different questions about this document here. So, which object they are asking us that occupies the largest space? Look here, you have to look at the table. They are asking us not in the whole room, at the table. The objects found on the table. So what do you think? It's the bottle of water. Excellent. Now, observe here, the space occupied by an object is its volume. So which object has the largest volume? Of course, from these here, it is the bottle of water. You are excellent. And observe again, which one of these has the smallest volume? The chalks. Very good. Now, can you tell me what can we conclude from this document? Can you define the volume? What is volume? Very good. It's the space occupied by an object. Well done, my dear. Now we have to continue in the same book and in the same page, in the book and workbook to know more about volume. So, observe here this document with me. Here we have a student that says he wants to put his school bag here. His friend in class says that he cannot because her school bag occupies this space. And the teacher says two objects cannot occupy the same space at the same time. Can we put it in here? We might put it above it, beside it, behind it, but at the same place. Can we put the other bag here? No, it's excellent. Now they are asking us here that a school bag is on the table. We want to put another school bag in the same place on the same table and at the same time. Is it possible? Of course not. So what should we do? Very good. Let us observe the answers together. So we should remove the first bag to put the other one in its place. And what can we deduce here? Very good. That two objects cannot occupy the same space at the same time. Well done, my dear. Now, look here. This is a cute application for you. Sammy wants to take the place of his sister Lara. Can he do that? Why? Well, Lara is occupying this space. So what do we call the space occupied by Lara? It's her volume. Yes, we do have volume too. Now, I want you to solve this application on your workbook before we correct it together. Can you tell me now what is the volume of an object? Excellent. It's the space occupied by that object. And can you tell me why can't we put an object in the place of another one at the same time? You are wonderful. Because the portion of space is already occupied by the first object. I hope you understood it well. Now we come to the end of our lesson today, and I need you to understand well and study the characteristics of matter. in the sheet and also to study by heart the summing up page 86 in book. You have as a homework number 3 page 147 in workbook. Stay safe. Goodbye, dears.